Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra. Hey guys, and welcome to What If Deku Had Ultra Instinct. Now, thank you guys for 8,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. It means a lot to me. Even though I haven't been posting the video, I didn't post a video in a while, it still means a lot to me that people are finding my channel and they're liking my videos. But anyway, I'm going to post this video. I'm going to post the next video. I think the next one after this one is going to be What If Goku Landed in Fairy Tail. I'm not quite sure yet. I finished the script, but it's just something I have to touch up on and something I have to finish so it can be a liking. Because for those two videos, What If Deku Had the Infinity Stones, Part 10, the final. That's going to be the final episode. Yes, I'm not continuing that any further because it's going to be the final episode. And it's going to be fun to hear and watch anyway. So those two I plan on having as my 8K specials. But for now, because I'm not, technically I said I was done, but I'm not necessarily done. So for now, I'm going to have the videos out. Be patient. I'm going to have them out. I know it's been a long while since I did anything on What If Deku Had the Infinity Stones. And I'm sorry for that, but for that last part, it just left me in like a block. Like I didn't know where to, what direction to put it in. But as far as for now, I think I got a clear path of what direction I want that final part to go in. And also I'm making part 6 to What If Deku. And I know I messed up in the video when I had at the end of What If Deku, not What If Deku, What If Goku Landed in Fairy Tail. I said part 2. No, it was part 6. I will have part 6 ready for you guys. So I was like looking over part 6 and seeing everything that I can put in it. And as I'm going to conclude the whole Tower of Heaven arc, then we're going to get into like the whole battle when Loxus came to Magnolia to declare who is the strongest Fairy Tail member. He was going to take Fairy Tail by force and did a whole tournament to see who's the strongest. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do that arc, and then I'm going to do the Phantom Lore arc, and then I'm going to get into, well, you already know, the Tenru Island arc. And that's going to be all for part 6. So just stay lookout for that. I promise you I will have it out. But as for now, I'm going to upload video. I'm going to upload more videos so you guys don't be without hearing my voice. I know you miss me anything, so you just miss my videos. You want to see the next parts to all these videos. But anyway, I'm going to release a lot of videos and I've been rambling on. Forgive me for that. Anyway, let's just get into the story. So we left off with Deku going home to receive his letter to see if he got in the UA. Turns out he did. He got his letter and he scored first place, ranking above Bakugo. And Deku was happy about that. The points that he got, not only did he get rescue points and hero points, yes, Deku stacked up a lot of points by saving Nunchaku. And I wouldn't say that Chaku would give Deku her points. She would be happy that he saved her, but when she would go to the office to try, so I'm not gonna say she did so. I think common sense would have hit her to the point that she sees that this man had got first place. I don't know if they shows other students' test scores or anything, or who made it or who didn't make it, but that's not the point. Let's continue on. So Deku is getting ready for the morning. He gets dressed and he heads out saying bye to his mama. Now Inko waves Deku by and he off to school. So Deku decides to basically blitz around to school just to test out his ability. Just to do more training with his Ultra Instinct quirk. Now when he gets to class, he notices that two signature energies are arguing with each other. So when he opens the door, he sees that Bakugo with his feet on the desk, and he's arguing with Tenya Ida. Now, Tenya Ida is telling Bakugo to get his feet off the desk, and Bakugo is looking at Tenya Ida with an eyebrow raised, saying, "What did your old school have? Push a stick up your ass? Get the hell away from me." Now, the both of them are arguing with each other, with Tenya Ida saying, "How rude! Do you really talk to your fellow classmates like this? Are you sure you're in the right school?" Now, Deku would try his best to annoy this. He would say that, well, that's none of my business. I don't want to get into that. Now, Tenya Ida would look at Deku and he would go over there to greet Deku. And that would pretty much go the same with both of them exchanging names and saying, "It's nice to meet you." And Tenya Ida saying, "I highly underestimated you. You seem like a worthy adversary. I do look forward to teaming up with you and experiencing your growth as a hero." Deku would be, he'll be like, "Okay. Anyway, so he would go to sit down And this is where Ochaku would come up to Deku and say, "Thank you for saving me." What is your quirk, by the way? Deku would say, "My quirk is, I guess, defensive capabilities. I'm able to dodge incoming attacks. It's like my body has a mind of its own." Your body has a mind of its own? Well, yeah, see, I'm very intellectual. I like to do some studying and everything. And I would say that when my quirk and I was doing tests and the doctors was doing tests on my quirk, I just wanted to let you know that my quirk itself, just a little small hint. I'm not going to reveal everything, but my quirk itself is giving me the ability to dodge and defend myself. And my attacks can be very heavy depending on how deeper in instinct I go, which I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm still training to see how far I can develop this quirk. I mean, I know it has an awakening. Anyway, that's not the point. He looks at Ochaku and says, "Don't worry about it. I would do it again. I would save you again if I had the chance to. I mean, that's what a hero is supposed to do, right?" Deku gives her a heartwarming smile, and this is where Shoto Aizawa would basically say, "Shut up, you're too noisy, this won't do." Now, he tells all the students, "You took too long to quiet down." Anyway, orientation. Here, put these on. Now, this is where Ochaku would stand up and she would say, "But don't we have to go to orientation today?" And Shoto Aizawa will look at her and say, "This is my class. I run my class how I want. Do you really think a hero would waste his time going to some dumb, pointless orientation? No. I'm finna test out each and every one of your abilities, skills, and see if you're capable of being a hero. Now, put those on and meet me outside. Don't keep me waiting." As Shoto Aizawa walks out of the classroom. Now, all of the students put on their clothes, and this is where Shoto Aizawa, sorry to clear my throat. Shoto Aizawa would look at Deku and he would say, "So, Izuku Midoriya, yeah? How far did you throw a softball in middle school?" I want to say the furthest I threw a softball was 10,000 meters. Shoto Aizawa would raise an eyebrow to this and saying, "Wait, does he have some kind of strength enhancing quirk or something like that?" And he would say, "So is that with how did you use it without your quirk?" Oh, Deku would say, "Without my quirk? Well, since I've been training, so I would say possibly 563 meters. That's how far I threw the ball without using my quirk." And he would say, "So have you been training your quirk as of lately?" Deku would say, "I always train my quirk. I make sure I'm in the top physical condition when I'm training. I have to get stronger." So Shoto Aizawa would look at Deku and he would say, "So let's see what you're capable of. Throw the ball with using your quirk right now. I mean, you did it while you was in middle school. See what you're capable of doing right now." Now, this is where Deku would unleash his Ultra Instinct aura. And immediately the students around him would start feeling this immense heat. But Deku's energy would be so calm, but it's his aura would be so hot. It's like he's a furnace or something like that. And this is where Todoroki would keep an eye on Deku, seeming as if he's strong. And he's something he possibly has to worry about if he's trying to aim for the #1 spot. Now, Deku basically shoots up in the air with a huge scream, and he basically flexes his arm back. And he launches the ball, and the ball shoots with this purplish blue aura right behind it in a streak as it's going straight through the air. Now, Shoto Aizawa clocks the ball at 15,000 meters. Deku basically raised his fist up in the air and say, "That's 5,000 more meters than I got last time. I am getting stronger." Oh. Now, this is where Bakugo would... Well, he wouldn't be so tense out. He wouldn't charge at Deku, because he already knows what's going to happen. If he charges at Deku, he can basically perceive what's going to happen. Bakugo hasn't come close to, beating Deku. Anyway, the speed test, Deku would pass that with flying colors. As all of a sudden, all you just seen was a blue streak, and Deku was already at the finish line. That's just how fast he moved. And Shoto Aizawa clocked in at 0.1 second, like a half a second or something like that. Deku was just moving that fast, and it was like Shoto Aizawa didn't even see him move, as only he just took one step and was right at the finish line. Now, as moving forward, the grip test, Deku shattered that thing in his hand. Now, you can go on to say that Ultra Instinct Omen or Sign isn't that strong, well, isn't that like hard or something like that, but I can say that if Deku's in Ultra Instinct Omen and that whole grip bar, he would have crushed that in his hand, due to the immense power boost that Ultra Instinct gives its user. Well, since it's a divine ability. Anyway, so as far as all the tests go, each student will get to throw the ball, and everything will go per normal. Nobody will get expelled, and that would be it. Everyone would have did their ball throw, and Shoto Aizawa was just using this as a ploy when he did tell them that if you come in last place, you're going to get expelled. Shoto Aizawa was using this as a ploy to bring out the best of his students. Anyway, let's continue. Now, we're now going to do a time skip to the battle trial arc. Now, this is where everyone gets into their hero-like costumes. And Deku's costume wouldn't be the same as it was in canon. It would be a little tad bit different. See, Deku would be wearing a gi, like a karate or kung fu gi. Something like that, but it would still have its original colors. See, Deku would have on this, like, the kung fu shoes like Yamcha wears, them little black shoes, but it would be red. And he would have his red belt and red wristbands, and that's it, basically that, with a black inner shirt. So that's if you can get a concept idea of what Deku's costume looked like, I'm pretty sure you got it. You got it? Let's continue. Anyway, so Deku would be wearing that, and he would just be basically doing his stretches and getting ready for what's to come. Now, this is where All Might would say that it will be a 2v2, and it will be a team of 2 heroes and a team of 2 villains. Now, the villain's objective is to basically either capture the heroes or prolong them, or just like, let's see, what's the word I'm trying to say? Basically keep them at bay from reaching the bomb until the timer is up. Now the hero's objective is either touch the bomb or capture the villains. Now this is where Deku is basically stretching out, and he says, oh, I can't wait for this to begin. I'm itching for a battle. And I know Kachan is going to come after me first. So I wonder who's going to be on my team. Now this is where Ochaku, nope, got your ass. This is where Momo would be on Deku's team, and he would say, oh, it's the girl that can create things from her body. That's pretty interesting. All right, let's go. I bet you guys thought I was going to put Ochaku on the team. Yeah. Everybody goes that route. It's time to change it up. Let's change it up. And change it up. Put somebody else on the team. Give a different story arc. Let's go in a different direction. Let's see what a different person would do on a team with Deku instead of it being Ochaku. Yeah, let's change it up. You don't like it? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so Deku and Momo enter the building, and all of a sudden, all you hear is Deku! And you see that, like, Bakugo, well, let's do a little flashback, because Bakugo was telling Tenyuita that he's gonna charge at Deku. He wants to basically fight that, like, he just wants to fight Deku, because, well, he wants to fight that dodging bastard. And Tenyuita would tell Bakugo that he's gonna hold down the fort. So Deku would hear Bakugo basically screaming his name down the hall, since there's nobody in the building, and he could hear his voice echo through the hallways. He would look at Momo and say, okay, this isn't good. You need to basically get to that bomb fast. I can handle Bakugo. If you don't, like, go up to the bomb, you're basically going to get in my way. Now, this is where she would say, but I can help. And Bakugo would come shooting like a flame bomb. Well, not like a flame bomb. He would come shooting like a beam of fire at Deku. And Deku would catch Bakugo's fist very casually. And he would look back at Momo and say, you need to go towards the bomb. If you don't, you're gonna get in the way, or possibly you're gonna get hurt. So all of a sudden, Momo started running upstairs towards where the bomb is, or where the bomb is located, and Deku and Bakugo would get into a fist battle, with Deku dodging every one of Bakugo's hits. I mean, Bakugo cannot land an explosion. Deku is just dodging each and every one of them, and Deku is just concentrating. He's letting everything else go. He's not even focused on anything else around him but Bakugo, and it's making it more easier, more accurate, more accurate for his dodging, and for him to land decisive blows on Bakugo, punching him in the stomach, face, kicking him in the back, or speeding around him and punching him like multiple times and sending Bakugo crashing into a wall, creating a crater. Now Deku would look at Bakugo and say, come on, Bakugo, it's the same old thing. You're not gonna be able to hit me. You move way too slow. And from the looks of it, I'm way faster than you. And Bakugo is looking at Deku. He's getting angrier and angrier because he wants to finally just win one time against this guy, like against Deku, someone who he has never won against. Now Deku is basically trying to confuse Bakugo, and that he's doing. I mean, Deku is creating after images and clones of himself, which Bakugo can't perceive which one is the real Deku, and all of a sudden he just gets punched in the back, and all this pain is just like shocking through Bakugo's body as he screams out in agony, and Deku basically neck chops Bakugo and he falls to the ground. This is where Deku would say, all right, well, you're out. Now to get to that bomb. Now, Momo reached to where the bomb is, and you know how Tenya put his whole villainous act on, and she say he's really taking this serious. So Momo decides to try to create a diversion to basically counterattack Tenya, which basically she's failing at. I mean, she's using every ploy she can. She's using cannon bombs, she's using smoke screen. Well, she's using a lot of her ploys, but Tenya is basically listening. He's using his ears to hear for her footsteps and basically keeping her at bay from the bomb. This is where Deku shows up and with a swipe of his hand clears all the smoke out of the room. Now, this is where Deku basically says, hey Tenya, I know you're fast and everything, but I want to know something. Can you block this? Now, Deku would basically extend his arm out to Tenya and push him into the wall. Now, this would send a gust of air that hit Tenya into the wall, and Deku would speed up to the bomb and touch it with one finger, saying game over. Now, this is when the team have won the Battle Trial arc. And that's all I got for this episode for you guys. I don't want to make it too long since it's been a while since I got back to this episode. Again, thank you for the 8,000 subscribers. And like I told you, like I said, I'm going to do the final part to what if Deku had the Infinity Stones and what if Goku landed in Fairy Tail part 6. Now, I'm going to be like continuing other parts to the videos that I have done in the past that I have not got a part 2, or just binging videos, like putting out a part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6 until I'm finished with the series. Anyway, without any further ado, you guys have a good day, a good night, and plus ultra. Good night.